What made me feel this path was because of what happened to me growing up.
Yeah.
Um, I used to be very bad with mathematics, very, very bad with mathematics, and God knows I don't like it for one day. But at some point, I got into my highest level in school, SS3, and I had so much fear in me, that I was going to university now, and what does the future have for me? I was dead afraid.
It's time to talk.
I need someone to help me with all this, please. Oh my goodness. Join me as we welcome our guest for today. Please, someone help me with my shoe, please. My shoe, please.
Here comes Kaine.
My name is Will,
Real?
and that's just the definition of who I am. But people always eager to understand what the meaning of Rio is. Rio simply means Rotiba Emmanuel, Lord Benga, but in definition, I found a definition for who I am, and the representation of my personality. It means resilient excellence with optimism. Simply means resilience, simply means the ability to keep going. Excellence, nothing but the best. Optimism, a good life is possible. So this is definitely who I am. But generally, I'm a global speaker, the founder of Design Your Life, like you rightly said. I do a lot of leadership, transformation in the country, Nigeria, in Canada, also in other countries at the moment. And it's been a privilege working with young people, inspiring generations to greatness at the very essence, help them find the core of their existence, meaning purpose. So this is the definition of who I am and what I represent.
Yeah, meeting you is as though I've known you for a long time because I took time to actually, read everything you say, everything. And you talk deep like a philosopher. And then, of course, because of the kind of person you are, you're a mind person. And, you learned early. Now, I'm going to ask you just one question. How did you start?
How I started this journey is it's quite interesting. I would say that what made me feel this path was because of what happened to me growing up. Um, I used to be very bad with mathematics, very, very bad with mathematics, and God knows I don't like it for one day. But at some point, I got into my highest level in school, SS3, and I had so much fear in me, that I was going to university now, and what does the future have for me? And I know in Nigeria, generally you have to pass mathematics and English
And English.
to get to the next level university. So I was dead afraid. And a group of guys, like I said, you said someone saw a seed in my life.
Yes.
A group of educators, right, came into the school that day, just out of the blues, and said they want to have conversations with some of the SS3s. And, they came in, they sat down. I was looking at them. At some point, I said, "Who are these people?" So I was really eager to understand who they were.
Yeah, what they're doing, yeah.
And they started talking. They had about 20, 30 minutes to speak to us, but that was the game changer for my life. Till today, I still look forward to say, if I have the opportunity to see them again, I will say, that singular word they dropped in my life changed everything.
What was that word?
They said, your ability to go to the next level, to progress, is a function of your determination. I looked at it. I said, this mathematics, I'm gonna press through. And that was the first time in FS3 for a long time. I never passed mathematics all of myself. But for junior and senior YF, for the first time I did very good and I went to the next level. And since then, I got into university, I realized that there was calculus. I studied accounting, and there was calculus and other differentiation and integration. I was even afraid. But the moment I was able to break through the first level of that limited belief, because they spoke to us, I was able to break every other one. I think one of the best grades in my class. I was opportunity to be a part of one of the best. because someone said your ability to go forward is a function of your determination.
You know what you just said now shows that everyone has the ability already inside. Because you already had it, but you didn't know.
Yeah.
Fear occupied that space. And it just took this young man to come to give you what you already have.
True.
Now, when you go out to speak to these people, you know, putting the seed, planting the seed in those people. Since you're eager, you're planning, you're wishing, you meet these people to say thank you. How many people have come to say thank you?
The number of people, so many people. I mean, I've been blessed. You know,
Yeah.
it's something. This is something I do because I really desire to help
The
the
passion.
next generation. This is countless number of messages on Facebook, Instagram to say thank you for what you do, and this is my belief system. I believe so strongly that impact is not in the multitude of people that you touch. Is in that one singular person whose life will be inspired and transformed because you wrote a quote, because you dropped a seed, or because you said something. And that is what it is for me, because I've been watered, I've been blessed. At the same time, I want to do the same thing to people too. But this is the season we can always give the next person an opportunity to grow, an opportunity to be the best version of themselves and get to their next level.
So you see your point of discovery would be?
Well, my point of discovery, the moment I realized that I can do certain things if I press through, if I give it my best. At the first instance, it might not happen, but if you are persistent, you will achieve.
We'll be right back.
Take a seat, let's have a chat. What's going on with you? Something fun, something new. Let's see what we get up to. It's time to talk.
Welcome back. I'm sure you're going to learn a lot because it's a privilege to meet people that actually have passion. You are a father, you know, and you have given life naturally now, you know. Now, I want to know something because all of us have something we want to change, correct? In a good way or bad way. Now, what is that thing that you want to correct or change, that you don't want to repeat in the life of your child?
I remember growing up, right? I'm from a very, humble family. My mom was a trader. At some point, we had to help my mom, sell in the city of Lagos. Such a water.
Pure water, yeah, guy, you know, yeah.
And when I tell people I have had to sell sachet water on my head before, they look at my profile and look at me and said, it's not just this inspired to perspire, but it's not. It's not. I'm privileged to say this because I am where I am because of the level of grit and level of perseverance I had growing up. But one thing I don't want my son to do is to repeat some of the failures I've had. I've had a first share of my own downside. I grew up in Lagos.
Yeah.
Sometimes I would sell on the street for mom and the rest of them. I said I won't have my son do the same thing. I'll give him the best
that you can give.
that I can. This is one thing that I think I will give my son.
So what are you expecting?
Our biggest expectation is that maybe he's going to be good at mathematics. I mean, he should be better than me, not maybe.
Not should, he has to be.
He will be better than me.
Yes. Anyway, most of us didn't like mathematics. It's not something about courage. Mathematics is just something that, it's just a demon that you just feel like, no, this one, I don't want to conquer it. But it's a mind thing.
Yeah.
It's a mind thing.
It's a mind thing. Right now, I think I could solve. That singular time I was able to break through, I think I just I just knew if I want to do it, I would do it.
You do it,
So
yeah.
like you said, it's a mindset thing.
Yeah, we put ourselves under limits, and then
Yeah.
we cage ourselves thinking that we cannot do that. And then we have the ability in us already to do it. Now, what gives you satisfaction in that?
To be honest, what gives me the highest level of satisfaction is that lives are impacted.
Wow.
My biggest satisfaction
Yeah.
is that what I do brings fulfillment. And this, you have to be full
Before you can give, yeah.
to pour out.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
personally,
Yeah.
what gives me satisfaction as a person is that I'm impacted by people, places, things positively. And at the same time, I have a sense of fulfillment when I see someone say to me, I have because you are.
Hmm.
And this is one of my biggest ones. Someone walked up to me years back and said to me, you came to speak somewhere. I had to recall, and I said yes. He said, that singular session you had changed my life, and I was inspired. When I see people tell me this, give me a sense of ability to say, I'm on the right path.
Now, how do you prepare yourself to face serious challenges as a mentor?
The honest truth is, everyone faces
Everybody, yes.
challenges, failure,
Yeah.
one way
Yeah.
or the other.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you the honest truth. I've given failure a definition that does not limit me anymore.
Good. Okay.
I called it the ability to successfully fail. I've come to a point where I realize that if I try something or something happens to me, how about successful failure? It's an oxymoron, right? Putting two negative words, two different words side by side.
Yeah. Yeah.
Successful failure. But the honest truth is, how do you see life? One of my mentors, Philip Rotiba, said something. He said, like he also rightly said, it's a mindset thing. What's your mindset? Some people fail and say, oh, this is a stepping stone. Some people fail and say, oh, I'm really a failure. The moment you start talking yourself down, because some incident happened, you had the right. For the moment, because you are your biggest fan.
Yes, of
You
course.
are your biggest motivation.
Exactly.
The moment anything happens, the first person that can inspire or motivate you should be yourself. Interpret it based on your own mindset. So the way I see failure, if anything happens, maybe like you said, I went to China and the event was cancelled or something, I'll take it as maybe it was not meant to hold in the first place. It could be for a reason. Personally, how do I also handle negative challenges rather? When challenges come my way, I don't know. And I always have a school of thought that when the going gets tough, only the tough gets going. This one singular one is a big mindset change for me. So if you want to make it in life, just have the mindset. When the tough situation comes, only the tough gets going. And that's it.
We'll be right back.
Take a seat, let's have a chat. What's going on with you? Something fun, something new. Let's see what we can It's time to talk.
Welcome back. When you're privileged to sit with someone that has, something, you want to just suck in, like take a lot. You know what I mean? Like, when you sit with your grandma, that opportunity, because you came from the city, you want to just take everything that you can. You understand? Now,
Absolutely.
yeah. Now, would you agree? Because most people say this as no. Would you agree that failure is actually good in life?
Good?
Yes.
Well, I would agree with you. I would agree on the basis that first, no one is happy to fail. And as a person, real as a definition, as an expression of who I am, when I fail, I do only one thing. I go back to the drawing board and I check about the chess. Where did I get it wrong? Or what happened?
What happened?
The moment I find out what it is, I can never make that mistake. Never happen to anyone in life. It's 100% one of the responsibility. I'm the driver of my life. I'm responsible. I take it upon myself and say, if this happens to me and I fail, it's my responsibility. If I succeed, it's my responsibility. So, brace up, suck it in, push forward, be responsible, succeed if you can. And if you fail, start again. Life is not a bed of roses, but like I always say, whatever foundation that needs to be corrected, you can correct it because it's never too late as long as you have your life with you. Just believe, just keep showing, and not showing off.
What will you advise a friend that always says, I regret this thing?
I'll just say, be thankful. Experiences, the past, our story makes us who we are. Whatever has happened in your life as the function of the past remains the past. The only regret will only be that you didn't correct the past as much as you can.
Exactly. It's so wonderful sitting down with you, honestly.
So-
I feel so honored. And I actually, because you're full of words, like anything you ask, you have like, the word just come naturally, like it's just there. That shows that you're always around words. You understand? Your mind is always working. You don't think, you just say it. You're full of it. And then it's so much an honor. We are so grateful to have you today. And for you, I know you've learned one or two things because life itself teaches you different things. What is your ability, to choose for yourself? Which do you want? Your location doesn't matter. What matters is what you receive. It might be raining and everyone is complaining. What good is the rain doing for you? See that part and leave the other part. Keep subscribing and follow till we come your way again.
It's time to talk.